Now on social media, people often share their dream travel destinations such as Manali, Switzerland, or New York. But I have a prediction for the year 2030. It is only 4 years away. Soon, your feed will be full of people visiting the moon. They will post about Luna hotel stays. This is actually becoming a reality now. A hotel is about to open on the moon. A US company called GRU is leading this. It stands for Galactic Resource Utilizations. They are constructing the first lunar hotel. Development has officially started. Reservations are already being taken. Bookings are live right now. Think about the history we are witnessing. Moon tourism changed everything, right? However, it is a massive technical feat because building there is harder than in Antarctica. So, how are they executing this concept? You might wonder how to visit. I will explain the booking process clearly now. First of all, the pricing is quite shocking actually because the advance booking alone costs 20 million rupees. Even accessing the booking app costs 1 lakh rupees. But I cannot personally afford this trip, but I researched the total cost. That 1 lakh fees is just the start, it is available now. Then you pay the 20 million down payment, but guess the final price for a round trip? Pre-booking cost alone is 2 crore. So how much does one ticket cost? Pause and guess the total in the comments. So let us see what you think. Actually, the answer is 1 billion rupees. That is the cost to visit the moon and return. This is set for 2031 or 2032. Within the next 5 years, lunar travel will be just like traveling abroad. It has become possible today, but there is no atmosphere there. Also, there is no blue sky like on Earth. But also the most important thing is temperature. The temperatures reach 115 Celsius in the sun, then they drop to minus 115 Celsius in extreme cold. So how can anyone survive or breathe? How can a hotel exist on the moon? You might have many questions, right? For that, I will explain everything clearly now. First of all, it's a proper legal project, at least so far, because it is backed by multi-millionaires. Also, many wealthy people have already booked. So, here are the specific details before we begin. But if you don't subscribe to my channel, just subscribe. Okay, let's get started. But the initial booking is 20 million rupees. That is the advance payment. The full million must be paid before the trip. Also, the hotel only takes a 4 guests. However, this will not be a traditional building. Despite the price, it is not a traditional luxury hotel. It is an inflatable structure. You may have seen inflatable house designs that expand like a balloon. It is portable. Similar technology exists for theaters too. By pumping air into the unit, then it becomes a living space. This is how they will host guests on the moon. So no construction is required. They will place it in a crater and inflate it. So it functions like a high-tech tent. It stays underground to block solar radiation. So Earth's atmosphere protects us from this, but the moon has no such protections. Like explosions could lead to serious health issues. That is why the hotel is placed underground. This is the current plan. Travel will likely begin between 2032 or 2035. So reservations are open now, but why waiting until 2032 may be too late, because by 2032 the waiting list will be massive. So book now means to be among the first to go. Anyway, the next thing is we have a clear view of Earth in the sky from the hotel, and moon gravity is only 1/6 of Earth's, which means objects fall much slower than they do here. Everything feels lighter on the moon. So if you release an object, it drifts slowly in the air. But this physics applies to everything. Like you can't walk normally, you must hope. Tears wouldn't fall, they stay on your eyes. So low gravity changes every experience, right? Well, it is a constant challenge, but this small hotel is just the start. Soon, robots will be used for constructions. Then, they will build permanent hotels using lunar soil. I think it will be a truly luxurious facility. So robots will build directly on the moon's surface. Basically, early travelers seek the fame of being first, like the explorers who took the Titan to see the Titanic, but a structural failure caused a sudden implosion. Even the wealthiest people faced a fatal dangers. But still, they do it because the experience is unique. Because only a few can say they have seen the Titanic, right? Basically, it was different for the elite, but it requires a big amount of wealth and resources. For example, the Amazon CEO Jeff Bezos was once recovered the Apollo mission debris from the sea, but he tracked it for months to own a piece of history. So he did it because he had the means. Because wealth offers the access to unmatched experiences. Also, it is about differences. The elite buy rare timepieces. Even some cost up to 1 million rupees. Because these are symbols of high achievement. Also, it's a display of power and financial influence. Owning something rare matters most. That's why lunar travel is so expensive. Because the logistics of private space travel are complex. Recording the hotel, there is no staff or room service. So you must train like an astronaut. Also, the guests must manage everything by themselves. No outside help is provided. Even after paying the 100 crore, you have to work on your own. Like medical, fitness and mental tests are mandatory for before you travel. Because the absolute silence can be so difficult to handle. Yeah, the moon has no sound. But guys, for now, we are going to experience the silence for a moment. What do you think? Just pause and listen. What do you hear? Well, on Earth, there is always a background noise. You hear something like AC or traffic, an instance where some sound always exists. But on the moon, however, silence is total. You only hear your own breathing. Even a few seconds can feel strange because the complete silence is terrifying. You just imagine staying in that environment for days. It's incredible, isn't it? Every breath and movement will be amplified. Every chewing food will sound loud. The silence is absolute. The next thing is there is no wind on life, just quiet because nothing exists there. Then the next thing is this mission is planned to last for 10 years because it's a long-term project. The structure is also built for a decade of use. Basically, the inflatable model is only the first phase. An inflatable hotel for 4 people is planned for 10 years, but robots will be deployed first. Humans will not go initially. Also, the robots with sensors will study all conditions. Then missions will begin once fully verified. And this is a test phase for future moon cities, where the primary goal is to evolve from hotels to civilizations. Then permanent cities are next. Just imagine this. A child might be born on the moon. They'll be like aliens to those on Earth, and we will be aliens to them, right? I think it's just a crazy part. Like our humanity is becoming multiplanetary. Wow. But the next thing is, no one can own a land on the moon. Like our private property rights do not exist there. The moon belongs to everyone. You only own the building you build. The territory is universal. This follows international space treaties. So this is the humanity's first step to earn from the moon. Like now we are discussing city real estate prices today, but tomorrow people may discuss moonland prices. This could be happen in 30 or 40 years because the first hotel opens in 5 years. This is how tourism evolves because destinations like Kodaikanal grow over time, but today it is crowded with visitors, right? In the same way, the moon starts with the elite, but interest will scale quickly. Well, did you know the future visitors may even play golf there? Even a golf courses could exist on the moon. Like an astronaut once hit a golf ball doing a moon mission, but that was 54 years ago and it traveled nearly half a kilometer with no air or objects, so don't slow down, right? But there is no air on the moon. So objects keep going until they hit something, but the ball hit 54 years ago still remains on the moon, while visitors may even look at it someday. Another experience is near weightnesses. These are the unique features of the moon's day. On Earth, you constantly feel your body weight, right? Like even lifting your hands has effort. But on the moon, weight feels 6 times lighter. Yeah, it is the ultimate instant transformation you ever got. So jumping there sends you 6 times higher. Like a simple jump becomes an impressive 6-foot leap. Also, you will land softly every time because low gravity makes this possible. But beware of lunar dust because it is oppressive and highly dangerous. So it can damage gear and cause health issues. The sharp particles are a risk. So the best thing is staying inside the hotel is safer, I think. But if you still want an outdoor activity, then it requires extreme condition. Also, the main concern is the temperature. The temperature reaches 120 degrees by day and minus 117 at night. Both extremes are fatal. If your suit is damaged outside, you lose consciousness in seconds. Also, the survival time is minimal outside. The risks are quite significant. Also, food lovers may struggle with limited meal options. Meals are limited to freeze-dried or frozen options. Fresh food is not available. Everything is shipped from Earth in advance. Basically, there are no fresh meals there. Finally, the view is unique. What do you expect to see in the sky? Blue color, sunlight, and moving clouds, right? That kind of sky does not exist there. It is completely dark with no blue sky visible. You see the sun, stars, and earth clearly. Beyond that, nothing else appears. You will not see the moon because you are on it. So the sky remains completely dark. Mental preparation and training may begin in 5 years. Still, it would be amazing to witness this. Right now, remarkable things are happening on Earth. It feels unreal to imagine such developments. Share this video with friends who love space or the moon. Tell them you will take them in 2030 and start planning their finances. So if you like this video, just subscribe, like, share. Bye everyone.